Before we get started, I just want to thank the Little Village Chamber of Commerce for partnering with us on this webinar. CSC Consulting Group is an experienced IT services company. We provide high quality services to schools. We have expanded our market to small businesses and nonprofits. Our core services include IT assessments, network services, anything from server upgrades to taking a look at Wi-Fi access points, things that might be helpful to you and your staff. And finally, managed IT services, where we serve as your help desk, we're there as your advisors, and we can set you off in the right direction in terms of any strategic decisions that you need to be making for your company's IT. Currently, we have two special offers. One is on remote IT services. It's our 30-day free trial that we are offering up to small businesses and entrepreneurs who are seeking assistance with their IT during this time, as well as IP security surveillance systems, which we are going to be speaking about today. A lot of us work so hard to be able to have office space and have equipment available for business. And so what security surveillance systems do is deter criminals and ensure that our assets are protected. They also assist law enforcement in any investigations that they may be conducting in an event of a criminal act, as well as improve the accountability of employees and visitors at your site. It may also help reduce any insurance premiums that you may be paying for your business. And security surveillance systems provide peace of mind while you're away or on the job focusing on other day-to-day tasks. The type of security camera that you're going to be choosing for your site will really depend on three main things. One will be the areas that you want to protect, what part of the premises you're looking at, whether it's indoor, outdoor, or both, the type of technology that you have to support that camera and its features, and also your budget, of course. I kind of want to give you a little bit of a background in terms of the evolution of surveillance systems, and this is really helpful in understanding sort of where we are now and why there is this interest in IP. The earliest use of the closed circuit television, which was in 1940s when the Germans actually used this technology to monitor V-2 rockets. Being that this was such a successful type of technology throughout the war, it began to be promoted on a commercial basis in 1949 in that country and in other parts of the world. Closed circuit TV actually made its way to the United States thanks to an American government contractor who began promoting it. This closed circuit TV consisted of cameras and then a person or a couple people that had to sit there and just do live viewing and monitoring. Throughout the 50s and 60s, reel-to-reel recording systems were introduced. And although there was finally a way to help preserve some of the data that was gathered and people didn't need to necessarily be in front of the monitor, the technology was not self-reliant, and also swapping out magnetic tapes was difficult and a costly process. In the 1970s, a new technology was introduced, VCRs. With VCR technology, it proved to be such a major development because technology could be easily integrated to what was already existing in terms of closed circuit TV setups. And all you had to do was basically run this technology and review the footage later. The only drawback to that was that the tapes had to be changed regularly, otherwise the recording would stop. And the only way to store footage for any period of time was to keep the videos in a library of tapes. Once DVRs came around in the 2000s, they kind of eliminated the need for bulky tapes. The equipment required less maintenance. And so this technology is actually still used in some instances, but today we have something a little bit better than that, and it's NVR. This system encodes and processes video footage from the camera, and then it kind of streams the footage to the NVR for storage and remote viewing. And they work with IP cameras. You can actually use different types of cameras, indoors, outdoors, and then the images are all sent across the network or the internet, and you're able to store them in different ways. I just want to expand a little bit on the differences between DVR and NVR. So DVR can be used with analog cameras, which means that there's not a lot of flexibility in terms of the type of camera you want to use with it, but if you need something basic, this might be helpful to you. It processes the video data at the recorder. It's actually something that has to be wired in. It is slightly lower priced. It has to be installed near a power source, and it uses coaxial cabling, which is a little bit more rigid. It doesn't support audio. And even if there is a way to add another connection to make audio recording available, The DVR has a limited number of ports so that only a small number of cameras can actually record audio. With NVRs, the data is encoded and processed at the camera. They are used specifically with IP cameras, but there's a lot of different types of IP cameras that you can get. This system can either be hardwired or it could be installed as a wireless system. It's slightly higher price. It has a lot more flexibility than DVR. It uses power over Ethernet. It just provides like a lot more stability in terms of your connection. Obviously, the better picture quality, which is the main reason why a lot of people get surveillance systems. You really want to be able to capture what's going on at the time. What is IP surveillance? It's the most recent in technology, and it's for use with NVRs. They're more intelligent and effective than ever before, and able to distribute the footage that it's captured over the Internet Protocol network. One amazing thing that it does is that it combines this advanced technology with some really cool, convenient features for the user, and that's what I'm going to expand on in the next couple of slides. So this is actual footage from one of the schools that we work with. What we're able to do with IP surveillance cameras is that we're able to provide you with a wide variety of camera angles. Whereas before, maybe you could, for example, only see the hallway, maybe now you're also able to see like who's coming in and out of those doors. There's also outdoor security cameras, and they can come in all sorts of shapes, like dome or bullet shape. So it really depends on what you're looking for in terms of zoom and tilt capabilities. The image quality also depends on the lighting. So for example, if it's a very, very sunny area, you might have to play around with the angle or the type of resolution you have. For very dark corners, you might have to determine if a light bulb goes out, is that going to give you enough light to really capture what's going on there? Most models do have a built-in infrared cut switch that automatically enables and disables that technology depending on the lighting conditions. So it's just something that you might want to look into. Back in the day, you had to put your camera in like a little box, basically a waterproof box that helped the camera stay free of any of the harsh elements. But now that technology, that weatherproof technology, is actually integrated into a lot of the equipment, so you don't actually have to worry about if the cables are going to be affected, if the lens is going to be affected. Most of the technology is already built in to make sure that you don't have any issues with harsh weather conditions. Two-way audio allows you to be able to hear and speak with visitors, those who are both welcome and unwelcome. You'll typically find this feature with like video doorbells. A lot of people are using this for their home, but a lot of businesses also. Make sure you look into local laws regarding the use and the notification of recording folks, because that could also be a legal issue. Some security cameras allow you to set up custom activity zones with sensors. One of the biggest benefits of this is that it prevents you from being notified of insignificant activity like a car driving by or people walking past. It's still going to be recording, and you can set it up to whatever you want it to alert you about. As far as convenient features, you have to take a look at, well, does this provide me with remote access, mobile alerts? Does it have any cloud-based features that I want? Are there any additional fees that this particular provider has? The other thing is storage of the data. Sometimes there are costs associated with cloud storage. Sometimes it's something that you don't really need. You might just be okay with storing it on an SD card or having the data back up to something on the premises. We can help find the best solution for you. It really all comes down to your preferences and your needs. And again, I know that this is a lot of information, so if you do have any questions, we have our engineers on this video chat. They're experts in terms of IP surveillance, and they do a great job, so please feel free to ask. If you're ready to make the switch over to IP, it really comes down to three things. What is your current technology? Do you have something in place? Because we want to make sure that we're providing a value benefit to you. Let's take a look at what you have, what you're working with, and depending on the needs that you express to us, we can help advise you. The other thing is, what is your budget realistically that you're looking at? Cybersecurity, because things are on the internet, they are prone to attacks. There are various ways, various steps that we can take to make sure that you don't have any unauthorized users hacking into your system, and that there are no interruptions in terms of the network traffic. It's very important for us to be able to take a look at the site that we're working with prior to giving you a quote or a number. With COVID challenges, we have been taking all necessary precautions to make sure that we do social distancing. We use the highest standards of health and safety when we conduct our on-site walkthroughs. We also take a look at what's the angle coverage, where do you want to place the cameras, is it going to have to be hardwired? Sometimes people want it to be wireless. We might recommend that you hardwire. One of the things that we're known for is our customer service, but if there is an issue, we have a 90-day limited warranty on our installation and labor. We also do a 90-day limited warranty on cabling. We don't just install and say goodbye, good luck. We also provide you with one-hour user training on the software, and we also provide you with 90 days of support for that. So if you have any questions, our techs will be there to support you. And finally, we have a 3-year product warranty on NVRs and cameras. I'm going to play for you a little video. At this school, there were some safety issues with people entering this main area of the high school. Previously, it was very difficult to place the camera in that particular angle, so we were able to work with them to find a solution. It's been really helpful. I'd like to, at this moment, also ask if any of our engineers have anything that they would like to add.
Thank you for basically all the information that you provided us with. I think that the technology has come a long way where you guys are able to see just on the image that Abdi just showed you, where the quality is to the point where if you ever had an issue in your business, you're able to pull up these recordings and you're able to try to identify the person. In a lot of cases, you'll be able to identify the vehicles. There's the technologies that are available where you could even try to capture some like recognize the license plates and things like that. So there's a lot of options that are available, and basically it's come such a long way that you'll be pleasantly surprised of the high quality of video that you're able to get.
And I believe another thing that we kind of touched on was motion detection. There is video analytics built into these NVRs. So basically, previously, before, if you had a DVR, you had to sit, with the fast forward button, looking through hours and hours of images to see if something came up missing, or you can, something, you lost something in a lot. You just have to sit there and look to see when it happened. Now with these video analytics, basically it'll give you a timeline of whenever there was motion detected, so you could just fast forward to those sections. So it's easier to pinpoint anything that's happened on your property.
Thank you for sharing that. Again, my name is Abdi Maya, and my email is here, amaya@cscconsultinggroup.com. We also have these really great tech tips that we put out on our social media, and you can find us at CSC Consulting GP, CSC Consulting Group. So with that, I just want to conclude this webinar. Thank you so much for your interest, and you all have a great day.